Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a lovely day. And it is 2020, and I'm back, and I'm doing videos. Well, live videos. I just want to do stuff that's fun. I'm just thinking about what I want to do with the channel in 2020, and it's just going to be fun. Sometimes I'll talk about news. Sometimes I'll do videos like this. Sometimes I'll do gameplay. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But first things first, I have to fix a problem from last year. I was doing a series where I was going through my top 10 most played Switch games of 2019 that released in 2019, and I just didn't have the time to get out the other videos because a whole bunch of crap happened. Can you believe it? The holidays were busy. I just didn't plan things out right, so I'm going to knock out those 8 remaining games that were on that list. I talked about Yoshi's Crafted World and Luigi's Mansion 3, so that was my 10 and 9 most played Switch game of 2019 that released in 2019. So yeah, I'm just going to go down the list and talk about some other ones that I played all the way up to number 1, my most played Switch game of 2019 from 2019. By the way, I'm wearing a robe because I'm old and I'm cold now because I'm old. So I'm like, oh, it's cold all the time. So I just sit and work in a robe. I have gray, I think you can see I got gray hair, my beard. This is terrible. I mean, this is me. This is me, take it or leave it. My number 8 most played Switch game in 2019 that came out in 2019 is Warframe. And I wish I had more time to play Warframe because, boy, I really liked it. It makes me yearn for the days where I had more free time and I could play games as much as I wanted to and didn't have to worry about, work and household chores and other obligations. I could just, get some schoolwork done and then play as much as I wanted. And you need a ton of time to play Warframe because there's so much content there. I haven't even scratched the surface, and I feel like I did so much. Obviously, it made my top 10 list of most played, so I put a good amount of time in there. But yeah, I just need more time to play that game, and if I had more time, I would definitely dive back into it. Number 7 on the list is Super Mario Maker 2, and actually, it's not there for the reason you probably think it's there. I've hardly played any of the user-created levels. I was just playing the ones that Nintendo made, and that's why I was really excited about the game. When I made levels in the original Super Mario Maker, I loved it. It was a ton of fun, but I just suck at making levels, so I'm sure I'm going to make levels in Super Mario Maker 2, and I'm sure I'm going to play the levels that other people have made, but I was just excited to get more classic Mario-style levels from Super Mario Maker 2, so I've been playing those a lot. I still have more to do, really taking my time with them, and playing them with friends, too. We've had a lot of fun with that, so that's one I'm definitely going to get back into in 2020. Following that is Bloodstained at number 6. I'm a huge Koji Igarashi fan. I played the entirety of Bloodstained on the Switch. It was the platform I chose to play the game on. I know it had some hiccups. I talked about it in a video. I think I talked about it in a video. I know I talked about it on the podcast, but I played it there, and the hiccups for me weren't so bad that I couldn't play it there. There were some, crashes, and there were some really, bogged down areas of the game, but I come from an era where that was kind of the thing, so I don't think it should be excused, but I'm kind of used to it, so I was okay with it. So I didn't do everything, but I played most of the game. Well, I beat the game and got multiple endings, but I didn't do all the secrets before the patch came out, and I haven't played it since the patch came out, so I need to go back in and see how much the patch has improved things. I've seen videos of it, but I want to experience it myself, and it's a good reason to hop back in there and check out the improvements for myself, and also to gear up for new content. There's new content coming, yeah, there's new content coming this year, so another one I'm going to get back into. Cadence of Hyrule comes in at number 5, and I absolutely adore that game. If you follow Go Nintendo for the last bazillion years, and you know anything about me, you know that I love music games or rhythm games, and to see that there was one combined with the Legend of Zelda franchise blew my mind. I honestly couldn't believe it when that game was announced, so I played that a ton. I scoured every inch of the map. I did everything I possibly could. I played with all the characters, but I haven't gone back to do the new DLC, so I have a whole new reason to get back in there. So this total time is only going to keep going up. I'm so excited to get back into it. I just love that marriage of gameplay and music. It's something beyond your traditional rhythm game. And I was a huge fan of Cryptid and Necro Dancer before that and poured a ton of hours into that. So yeah, this is just perfect for me. Number 4 is the Nintendo Labo VR kit. Now, if you're playing Nintendo Labo games, you know that it can take a considerable amount of time to put some of these together, and that's not even spent playing with them. So you lump in all that time of building alongside actually using the things, and you can see how the playtime really adds up. Then you throw in the Toy-Con Garage and all that stuff, but just the VR kit itself was so intriguing to me and so unique. I think Nintendo Labo is an amazing experience in and of itself, but the fact that they somehow got VR working on the Switch and it's not crappy, like it's not the best, it's not the highest fidelity, but it impressed me way more than I thought it would. And I have PSVR, and I just recently got an Oculus Quest, so I've been playing, you know, other higher fidelity virtual reality experiences, but to see what the Switch can do with VR, with you know, the limited specs, it was just really interesting. Nintendo really played to the strengths of what the Switch could do, and used visuals that would work best for a VR experience with their Nintendo Labo stuff, and man, I just really like it. I showed it to everybody I could, and people came away really impressed with what it could do. Number 3 is ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove. ToeJam and Earl, the original, is one of my favorite games of all time. I can't even tell you how many hours I've poured into that original game over and over and over and over and over and over again with so many friends and family members, because each time you play it's a little different. And it's just one of the best local co-op games I've ever played in my entire life. So of course, with this sequel, I spent a lot of time with it. Played it a ton locally. I played it a ton online with all different kinds of friends. Changed up the parameters, and it was, man, it's just so much fun. It was a little rough when it first came out, but not bad enough to detract from the experience for me. The only major issue were the online crashes. I'd get like 9 parts of the ship, and then the game would crash, or I would never, like, the elevator door wouldn't open, and other players could go, and I just was stuck, so I had to end the game. But those got ironed out for the most part, and I just love the game. It's pretty much a remake of the original ToeJam and Earl with some new extra elements in there. But throw in the online play, and that makes it a completely new experience. And I get to play with friends that I used to play with locally, but now they've moved and they've grown up and they've got more responsibilities. But we can all get together, you know, a late night online and play some ToeJam and Earl. So that's why I spent so much time with Back in the Groove. Dragon Quest XI is my second most played Switch game of 2019 that came out in 2019, and I think that makes sense. It's an RPG, and I'm really taking my time with it. I am nowhere near finished, but I've been doing every side quest I can and exploring every nook and cranny and just savoring the experience, because I'm not really an RPG fan, but Dragon Quest over the last few years has been really growing on me. Every Dragon Quest entry that I played I really liked, so I was excited to get in on this one, and it's fantastic. I'm loving it. The music, the gameplay, just the whole experience. It's really blowing me away, and I have so much more to do. I'm interested to see where my final playtime clocks in at, because it could take me all this year and I wouldn't even finish it. Finally, my number 1 most played Switch game in 2019 that came out in 2019 is Katana Zero. That even surprised me. I played Katana Zero a lot, start to finish, multiple times. Great game for replay. And I had friends play it too, so their playtime on my Switch is adding into it. So technically, I guess it's not my number 1. Dragon Quest would be the number 1. But between all the times that I played it, which really was a ton, and all the times my friends played it, it made it all the way up to number 1. So that gives you just an idea how much not only I played it, but we all played it in general. That is a really cool game. Really unique experience. If you missed out on that last year, you should definitely check it out. Alright, my friends, we did it. That's it. I made it through my top 10 most played Switch games of 2019. That came out in 2019. I keep saying that over and over because there were some other games that didn't come out in 2019 that were in my top 10 most played, but those are the 2019 games that made the top 10. I hope you found that interesting. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more. I don't know what I'm doing, but my objective is to have fun. We talk about video games here, Nintendo specifically, but we talk about video games. It's supposed to be fun, so let's have fun. I'll be back tomorrow with something, but until then, oh no, that's not what I do. I haven't done this in so long, I forget what I say. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. Huge thank you to our Patreon fans. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. You guys doing that allowed me to do what I do. So the site, the videos, Twitter, Facebook, the podcast, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting it. I really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about the Patreon, which is just $1, you can check out the link in the description below. But as for today, that's it. I will be back very soon. Hopefully tomorrow with something. As long as I have something to share and it's not forced, I will be here. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.